Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Well, this Friday is a big day because it is time once again for the CKNW Orphans Fund Telethon.
Yes, and we are joined by a good friend now, and he's a bit of a slacker, I have to say. He's down to one job all of a sudden. Bill Good joining us, CKNW broadcaster. How are you, Bill?
Nice one job.
Just one job.
Yeah, I'm doing one job. It's a job most people consider full-time, and people keep saying, how are you enjoying retirement?
Yeah.
How long had you been doing two jobs for?
17 years.
So was it hard for you to kind of gear down and get used to having some spare time on your hands?
Took a couple of days.
I
think it was the second lunch.
Has your wife adjusted to having Bill Good around the house a little bit more?
Well, unfortunately, I was hoping she wouldn't notice that I wasn't doing TV, but she figured it out pretty quickly. So now I've got the job jar and errands to run.
Doing some chores?
Yeah, you've got things to do.
It's not real. It's on my iPhone.
How much of your everyday is just information and news and living in that world?
It's still a lot. I must confess, I go home most afternoons and I watch a couple of hours of all news television, the political shows, the chat shows. I watch quite a bit of CNN. Yeah. I watch a 5 o'clock newscast most nights, a 6 o'clock newscast, and a 10 o'clock newscast.
So you are still a news junkie. Does it ever leave your system?
And then I discovered Twitter.
Oh, right. No.
So now even during commercial breaks, it's like...
it is one of those things, though. I mean, it is a job where you have to be prepared to converse about anything that's going on, whether it's locally, internationally, nationally.
I tell people I think I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I don't pretend to know a whole lot about anything. Right. It works pretty well.
Somehow we believe you.
What do you like about Twitter? Is it the information? Are you getting feedback from your listeners?
Both, but mostly it's information and getting into discussions with people. Sandy Garacina, for example, during the civic election, she and I started going back and forth on some issue. And she said, isn't it interesting you can have a debate in 140 characters? And I ended up getting my producers to call her and have her on the radio for half an hour the next day.
So it has changed how you do your job.
Yeah, it has. And it's changed how I see ideas, get ideas from people, exchange ideas with people. It's way more fun than I thought it was going to be. And it's way more interesting because I don't care who's having lunch with who, or what somebody's having for breakfast, or what kind of a muffin you're having. So I just don't follow people who tend to put that sort of stuff
up. Oh God, he doesn't follow me.
Yeah, that's just bought a new pair of shoes.
But you wind up contacting a lot of people in the business. Like I follow Ottawa pundits, and I follow people on CNN, like John King, whose show I watch a lot of days.
Well, and it's so instantaneous, too. I mean, CKNW with the phone-ins and that kind of stuff, you've always been in touch with your listeners. Yeah. But to just be able to pick and choose instantaneously.
And it's funny, you find out, because I was watching a football game the other day, and I was tweeting, and realized that it was kind of like I was watching the football game with four other people who were watching the same game. And before I'd go,
I do that with hockey, and it's a brilliant way to watch it because it's like being in a crowd. It's like being with fans, and everybody yells during the goal. And
But you know Rod Mickelberg from the Globe and Mail. He was so at it one day. I finally tweeted back to him now. Just watch the damn game. Like put that thing down.
Take your eyes from down here and
actually watch
it.
Now let's talk about the Orphans Fund Telethon. Friday is the big day. Why is it important for you to be involved with this, Bill?
Well, I think it's a real good way to be involved in the community. I've been doing it. I haven't counted, but I think 23 years. And I'll never forget the first day that I was part of the hosting of the Orphans Fund. And I looked out, and I saw police officers, paramedics, firefighters, union leaders, politicians who'd put their political hats aside and just came in, a lot of volunteers. It touches the community in ways that I can't think of any other charity, and a lot of them do terrific work. Yeah. But this one, we get people come back now every year who were helped 20 years ago by the Orphans Fund. Their child, or maybe they were kids and they needed a computer, or they needed a hearing aid, or some kind of an assist. And now they come back and say, thank you, this made a real difference in our lives.
Well, and meeting all those people and hearing your listeners and people that listen to the program, and this is something that they think about throughout the year, and they wait for that day, and they're doing fundraising, but it gives you a sense of that generosity of the community in which we all live, and how people really want to find ways to create an equitable and a safe city.
Well, you're always reminded, too, of how many people need help. Yeah. We think of ourselves as a pretty prosperous community, but we raise about $1 million every year, at least, and have for the last several years. It's all needed. Yeah. We could use another $1 million.
Well, and you're only one incident away from, whether it's a family member or a friend, seeing the impact of having someone go through a crisis and what it does to an entire family and what it can do to the finances of a family, and to create something where you can give people that assistance when they need it at that moment is just key.
And we are able to. I mean, we've got a lot of volunteer people who work on the board, and they adjudicate every request, and they try to, fulfill as many as they possibly can.
How stunning is that, seeing the people that volunteer their time and the people that participate every year on that side of things, just putting it all together, because this is a big operation.
It is.
Yeah, it is, but it's done almost entirely by people at CKNW, and you make a difference.
And to me, it's becoming crazy how early the Christmas season starts with the marketing and advertising world. It starts before Halloween, and for me, it really is the holidays when we go into that hotel.
Exactly.
The Christmas trees are up. They have so many kids'
choirs.
The kids singing in the choirs. No, I'm glad you said that, because I've commented on it a number of years. That's the beginning of Christmas for me. When I walk into the Fairmont lobby, and the choirs are there, and the people are there all trying to do some good work for the community, it starts to make me feel, okay, it's time.
Because with the marketing and advertising, of course, we're lucky, we're spoiled. Kids get gifts and stuff, but there are people out there that need real things.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I say this every year when we've been fortunate enough to come on with you, but my family a few years ago started something within our family. We're all very fortunate, and we're all healthy, and we're all doing well. We donate on each other's behalf to different charities, and I would really encourage people to do that with the Orphans Fund. Make a donation in the name of a family member and give that to them on Christmas morning, and really understand what this is all about. And what
I think that's a great idea. I know a lot of families that do that. They just, and I've said on the Orphans Fund Pledge Day, just pretend you've got one more gift to give, one more family member, and make it the Orphans Fund, and make a contribution. What you can.
Yeah, beautiful.
Anything counts, and you can tune in to the 34th annual CKNW Orphans Fund Pledge Day. It's happening this Friday, December the 2nd. It's on throughout the entire day. Starts at 5:30 a.m., goes straight through till 7 p.m.
Very nice. You can also donate online, cknworphansfund.com for that. And of course, you can listen to Mr. Bill Good in the mornings on CKNW, airing from 8:30 a.m. to noon, where you can get up to date on your politics, business, everything that's going on in your city.
And find him on Twitter.
Yeah,
you can get into heated debate.
At Bill Good 980.
At
there
Bill
you go.
Good 980.
Thank you, Bill. We're going to take a
Bill.
quick break.